is a custom carbon fiber barrel rifle on a 10-22 Ruger Action that was assembled and partially built and worked by JP Enterprises, and they sell it as a package gun. The stock itself is a thumb hole stock with a 14 1/4 inch length of pull, and it's laminated wood from Boyd's gun stock company. Makes the stock blank, and they do the configuration of the stock, and then finish it. It has the capacity to have a woodworker refinish it and really make it shine to be a really nice looking stock. On top of the gun is a Leupold VX2, 6.5 to 18. It's a 40 millimeter scope with a 1-inch tube, and it is an excellent small varmint scope. It gathers light really well. It was Leupold's middle of the road. It has an adjustable objective on it. The scope by itself sold you for somewhere in the area of about $550. I've got exactly the same scope on a 243 custom rifle, and I've shot out to 600 yards without any issues whatsoever. The other custom features on it, obviously, is the carbon fiber barrel, and I don't know who the manufacturer was on it, but the carbon fiber barrels that I'm familiar with are extremely accurate hunting type barrels. They're extremely lightweight, and where a standard bull barrel, stainless steel bull barrel that's this long, this one is 20 inches, would weigh probably 4 times what this one does. So it's really a light gun. Total weight on the gun with the scope and the carbon fiber barrel is probably in the 4 to 5 pound range. With the receiver, it is a receiver that has been modified and worked on by JP Enterprises. It's far from a stock receiver, and the easiest way to tell that is to look right here at the scope rail mounts that are used on it. Rather than having a 3/8 dovetail milled in the top of the receiver like the factory Ruger does, this is actually an added piece on there, and they are precision milled to be exactly straight with the line of the barrel and the receiver. And all of that is keyed off of the firing pin channel on the bolt. That's what makes this gun more accurate than a factory stock off-the-shelf Ruger 10-22. It carries a premium, and the premium is almost understated for the amount of work that this one puts on it. The finish on it is, the finish on it is a nitride type finish, which is extremely hard and durable. It does the same kind of rust inhibition that bluing will, but the hardness of the coating makes it much more scratch resistant. On the bottom side of it, you can see the channel looks a lot the same way. This is the magazine release on this lever right here. This lever then becomes a manual safety on the gun. It is really quick to operate and work. Now, JP Enterprises has modified the trigger on this, and I would imagine it's. I don't have I've not put a trigger scale on it, but I would imagine it's somewhere in the 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. It's much lighter than a factory gun, and the factory Ruger triggers are about 4.5 pounds. The configuration of the stock again is a thumb hole with a large pad here that makes it extremely comfortable to shoot. It's very stable. In addition to the stock work they did, this is an accessory hole, primarily would be used for JP Enterprise hookups to use a bipod on it, or a rest or a monopod, to be able to shoot it off of a stationary rest more accurately. All in all, the gun is in an as-new condition. It shows virtually no wear whatsoever on the inside of the bolt. If you look at it, the gun has been very well maintained and cleaned. I think the gun used sold for the Bear gun itself sold for in the $800 plus range, $800 to $900. The scope on it was about $550. So to find a gun like this in this kind of shape is really a premium gun, and it'd be a pleasure to own and shoot.